you see that Dean Blandino, when he was chiming in on the Fox broadcast of Chiefs and the Eagles, said, "I'm done with the tush push"?
Mm-hmm, yep. I did see that.
Saying it's hard play to officiate, like we've been talking about, because Hurts looked like he might have fumbled the ball, and then again, I don't know where we go from here, because it came 2 votes away from getting rid of it. Maybe we should get Dean on the program.
Sure, that sounds
makes
fun.
me think about Albert Breer. Let's pop him up right now. Albert, how you doing? Good to see you, sir.
I'm good. I was kind of thinking the same thing when Dean said that in the broadcast last night. I don't know why it bothered me, but it did. Like the ball might have come out, but it might not have come out. But the Chiefs guy came out of the bottom of the pile with it, and nobody really knew because of the structure of the play. You know what I mean? Like the play prevented us from getting to the truth of what happened with the actual ball, which, I've been a huge advocate of, like, you do not prevent a play just because one team is really good at executing it. I do not agree with the idea of that, but there are all these little things that keep coming up. And that was one to me. It was like Dean was inside my head when he said that, you know what I mean? It's just, it bugged me that the Chiefs player came out of the pile with the ball, and just because nobody knew what happened inside that pile, because there's no angle of it, there's no way to see it.
Right.
It was just the Eagles ball first down. Like, I thought that kind of, I don't know. To me, like, that was kind of weird, Well,
unless there's body cams, right? How do you officiate, something like, possession of a football? I mean, Fox having this being their, their, if you will, a broadcast team. Have as many cameras as possible there. So they had a perfect angle of the one where it was a clear false start on the Eagles. And a penalty like that removes the tush push from the table when you're moving them back 5 yards. So the question I have for you is on this, just to open your notebook from when this owners meeting took place. I mean, the NFL changing the rules, sometimes like a tanker turning around, it takes more than just one turn to get it turned around. Do you think that this is targeted, if you will, for removal?
Well, yeah, for sure. Because anything that they table from March to May is basically code saying that the commissioner wants to change the rule, or someone high up at the league office wants to change the rule, and they don't have the votes. So they're going to give themselves the extra 2 months to try to work out some level of change. And of course, it became the biggest topic at the May meeting, and they didn't wind up getting it changed then. But I know that there are a lot of people at the league office that feel really strongly that it should be taken out of the game. And, I've sort of come around a little bit on that. I just, again, the thing that bugs me about it is it'd be one thing if it was a cheat code for everybody, but it's one team is really good at executing this one play, and they figured out how to do it at the highest level possible. That said, if there's rule breaking on this, or it's hard to officiate in that way, I think that adds another element to it. So I would love to. I think it was Jeff Schwartz, one of the former offensive linemen on Twitter, said something yesterday along the lines of there's false starts on every one of these, and I would actually like to go back and take a good look at that too. Is that happening on every one of these? And it's just such a bang play that it's impossible to officiate whether somebody's got a false start. Here's the other part of it.
Yes, Albert Breer.
Here's the other part of it.
Yes.
They're not always pushing Hurts. He doesn't always need the push. So I don't know that the idea of going behind people and going behind the quarterback and pushing him would really materially change the Eagles' desire to do it. I think they would still do it without the people in back pushing. So do you have to go even further than just having the push-pull rule in there? I don't know. I mean, one thing that was interesting from inside the meeting in March was how, Rich McKay had the president, or the chair of the competition committee and the president of the Falcons had explained how when the rule changed in 2004, to allow this, it was actually had nothing to do with what was happening at the line of scrimmage. This was about things happening down the field. And, they thought it was too difficult to officiate this stuff down the field where someone would come flying in, and it was hard to tell whether he was blocking an opponent or pushing his own teammate into the end zone. So that's actually why that rule about pushing and pulling a teammate came out of the rule book in 2004, something that had zero to do with what the Eagles are doing.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.